Live, this is Channel 6 Eyewitness News with Mary Grady, meteorologist Mike Anderson, and Bob Stevens, sports.
Good evening, I'm Mary Grady. Tonight, severe weather is once again threatening parts of Oklahoma. Mike Anderson is here with an update. Mike?
Right now, severe weather has remained well to our west. In fact, if we take a look at the severe thunderstorm watch, we can see that much of north central Oklahoma is in that thunderstorm watch until 2 o'clock this morning. It does include Tulsa, in fact, generally areas north and west of Muskogee, but right now, Mary, it looks like all of the thunderstorms are stretching from around Wichita to Alva, well off to our west. So no thunderstorms during the next few hours.
All right, and you'll have more during the weather.
That's right.
All right, thank you, Mike. President Reagan has launched a new campaign against terrorism tonight. Reagan returned to Washington today from a working vacation at his California ranch. Reagan won't say if he thinks Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi was responsible for the bombing of a West German nightclub that killed 2 people and hurt 191 others. But U.S. diplomats say the Libyan angle in the bombing is being explored carefully. News reports from West Berlin quote security officials as saying the Libyan embassy in East Berlin could have been the bomber's operations base. The American killed in the explosion was 21-year-old Sergeant Kenneth Ford of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, his mother talked about the loss of her son.
The terrorist bomb was aimed at Americans. The LaBelle Disco featured soul music and an American...
WITA students and teachers are recovering from a serious illness.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's only one place for easy music. My place. Easy 93 FM. KBEZ. The one place you get what you expect. Music. Music that makes you want to kick off your shoes and settle back with someone you really love. Or like a lot. I like KBEZ a lot. Perfect music. Easy music. Better than ever music. Easy 93 FM. KBEZ.
Smokers, this is New Favor. It's a smoke-free cigarette. That's right, a smoke-free cigarette. You don't light it. It doesn't burn. You just inhale and exhale. You get tobacco pleasure and satisfaction. But what you don't get is smoke. And neither do the people around you.
Pulled from the rubble of a San Francisco warehouse that exploded and burned Friday. 7 people were reported missing after the explosion and fire. More than 20 people were hurt in the blast. The search recently begun after heptachlor was found in dairy herds in Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. Officials say only a few cases of meat contamination have been found. This is the week that Oklahoma teachers find out if they're being rehired for one more year. State education officials say many of them won't, however. Attempts in the legislature to delay the April 10th deadline to renew teacher contracts until May the 12th have been unsuccessful so far. Officials say it looks like 5% or about 2,000 teachers may not be rehired to teach. Last week, Tulsans had a chance to choose from 47 candidates at the polls. This week, voters in Muskogee will have a chance to vote, but they only have 13 candidates to choose from. Tuesday, Muskogee voters will elect a mayor and 4 councilmen. When Mayor Virgil James ran for office 2 years ago, he didn't have an opponent. This year, he's being challenged by Ward 1 Councilman Jim Tackett. The other 3 council members are all seeking re-election. Saying hard times demand tough leaders, State Representative Robert Henry of Shawnee announced today that he is seeking the Democratic nomination for State Attorney General. Henry has served in the legislature for 10 years. He says he's running because the economy is depressed, utility rates are increasing, crime is, quote, out of control, and paroles are too plentiful.
I think the Attorney General should stand firmly as the people's advocate. He should be quick to appeal court orders and rulings to put and keep criminals behind bars. He should fight the parole of dangerous criminals. He should stand firm for the enforcement of our laws.
Henry joins former U.S. Attorney Julian Fite of Muskogee in seeking the Attorney General job. Still ahead, Mike Anderson has an update on those thunderstorms moving through Oklahoma, and a little bit later, we'll see why some people spent their Sunday evening working.
Hello, I'm Jim Giles. Join Glenda Sylvie and me for Oklahoma's second volunteer telethon on Channel 6. Pledge your time, not your money.
On IRAs, I'm not as interested in retirement in the future as I am in earning money and reducing my taxes today.
We hear you. And at Banks of Mid-America, we can help. Before the April 15th deadline, we'll open you.
Avocado, what a pair.
You know, Ava must have a tiny head.
Look at this, I'm a Piper Cub.
By day, they're girl-hungry guys.
My lap likes you.
By night, the guys have to dress like girls.
Liz Taylor and I are wearing the same dress.
They're bosom buddies.
Premiering Monday at 4:30 on KOTV Channel 6.
Well, it's that time of year for some severe weather in Oklahoma, isn't it?
That's right. In fact, we had a beautiful day today across much of northeastern Oklahoma, but with the sunshine and those humid conditions, all that means thunderstorms. And there are some thunderstorms out to our west. We'll take a look at that in a second. But really a nice day across all of the region today. Let's take a look at our almanac, in fact, and we can see that we started off rather mild, in fact, well above normal. Temperatures 62 degrees this morning. Temperatures warmed all the way up to 84 degrees, though, this afternoon. Well above normal. Normal's 46 and 69 for this time of year. Record low 29 degrees in 1936. Record high 92 degrees in 1960. And currently outside, temperatures 74 degrees here in Tulsa under mostly cloudy skies. Humidity 69%. The pressure 30.30 inches at steady. Wind still out of the south at 15 miles an hour. And let's take a look at that thunderstorm watch. It is valid until 2 o'clock this morning for much of north central and parts of northeastern Oklahoma. Generally north and west of a line from Muskogee, west of a line from Muskogee up towards Parsons, and north of a line from Muskogee over towards Guthrie. Now, this watch does include Tulsa until 2 o'clock this morning, but if we take a look at our radar loop, we can see that those thunderstorms are well off to our west still. Now, this picture is at 7:30 this evening. That's when they issued that severe thunderstorm watch. And as we put the radar into motion, we can see these storms slowly moving eastward. And by 9 o'clock this evening, those thunderstorms were severe across much of northwestern Oklahoma and southern Kansas. In fact, this storm at 9 o'clock produced 1-inch hail in Alva. This storm produced baseball-sized hail just west of Wichita. But if we put this radar back into motion again, we can see these thunderstorms died down quickly after 9 o'clock. In fact, if we take a look at our current radar, we can see that the radar from the National Weather Service in Tulsa shows very little in Oklahoma, just that one lone thunderstorm right now around Pratt, west of Wichita. So it does look like those thunderstorms have diminished. However, if we take a look at our satellite picture, we can see more thunderstorms off to our southwest. In fact, tornado warnings just west of Lubbock throughout the evening hours. These thunderstorms will be moving eastward, so we still have a chance for some thunderstorms across green country during the nighttime hours. Now, we can see those thunderstorms stretching across south central Kansas and western Oklahoma, those thunderstorms producing a lot of clouds across our region. And the reason for those thunderstorms, a warm front that's stretching across northern Oklahoma back into western Texas. Temperatures generally in the lower 70s south of this front. Readings, though, a little bit cooler north of it, generally in the 60s. Now, for tomorrow afternoon, that warm front will be diminishing. However, we will continue with a weak storm system in eastern Oklahoma. This will continue to bring us a slight chance for some thunderstorms, mainly late tomorrow, and will also continue to bring us warm and muggy conditions with partly cloudy skies. Now, elsewhere across the country's midsection, plenty of sunshine, looks like some really nice weather. However, off to our west, another storm system moving in. Now, this storm system produced a tornado just north of San Diego this afternoon, so this is a pretty intense storm system. It will be moving our way by midweek. And off to the east tomorrow, they will continue with more showers and thunderstorms, mainly along around Tennessee and Kentucky. They can expect some more severe weather tomorrow afternoon. Now, high temperatures for tomorrow. Another warm day across all of the country. 80s across the southeast, stretching into Texas and Oklahoma. 70s generally from the country's midsection over to the east coast. A little bit cooler, though, into the central and northern part of the Rockies. Temperatures generally in the 50s and 60s. Now, let's take a look at our specific forecast. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, still scattered thunderstorms, some of those possibly severe, and with the south winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour, we'll have a nighttime low of 64 degrees. For tomorrow morning, we will see partly cloudy skies, still humid though, with temperatures in the upper 60s. And for the afternoon, we will see partly sunny skies. However, we will see that slight chance of some thunderstorms redeveloping by late in the afternoon. For tomorrow afternoon, temperatures climbing up to 84 degrees. Tuesday looks like that warm weather will continue, partly cloudy skies. We will see a break in the wet weather though, temperatures climbing up to 80 degrees. But by Tuesday night and into Wednesday, we will see that chance of thunderstorms returning. Temperatures warming up to 84 degrees on Wednesday afternoon. And Thursday, looks like that chance of thunderstorms still continuing. Mary, that storm system out to our west will be moving through during midweek. So chances of more heavy thunderstorms both Wednesday and Thursday. However, during the afternoons, temperatures warming up into the 80s.
Okay, now this is my first spring here in Tulsa. Are temperatures usually this warm, or is it usually
This is a little bit warmer than normal. However, during the springtime, anything can happen. I don't think there is a normal springtime in Tulsa.
Oh, I'll remember that.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike. 18 people spent their Sunday evening on the phone. Volunteers from area churches were calling to collect donations for the Turley Children's Home. Now they're hoping to raise $75,000 over the next month. The money will be used to operate the children's home. A spokesman says about 100 children benefit from the Turley home. A little later, a story about teddy bears. But first, Bob Stevens shows us 2 new additions to the Texas Rangers.
Great Getaways are back on FM 96, and the winning is easy. Just be the correct caller this Thursday morning at 7:20 to claim your Great Getaway. We've got tickets for you and a friend to lovely Paris, and the cash to make sure you enjoy the trip. All you have to do is call in to win this Thursday morning at 7:20. We make your mornings fun, and the winning easy on FM 96 KRAV.
You are the reason we are KRAV.
Stress can make your life a nightmare, an endless circle of problems.
Adventurer and the woman who told his story.
We'll tell it just the way it happened. No apologies, no regrets.
He lived to test the odds, even if it meant bucking the system.
You will acknowledge my salute.
Dream West. This CBS reading program brings to life our country's rich past April 13th, 14th, and 15th. KOTV and the Tulsa World have provided scripts for area schools so your family can share this learning experience.
Spirit, you've got the spirit in everything you do. Neighbors helping neighbors, it takes friends like me and you. At Channel 6 we look around and see you shining through. Spirit, you've got the spirit of Oklahoma on 6.
Well, Bob, it's about that time of the year when everybody pulls out the old baseball caps and moms fill up the refrigerator with hot dogs and hot dog buns, and everybody sits back and gets ready for some b-ball.
You were talking about, weather being cold in the northern cities. Forget it. It's going to be sunny tomorrow. Any baseball fan knows that. Only about 14 hours away from the first pitch of the big league season. I hope you're ready. I know I am. Final spring training games today over in Oklahoma City. The Cubbies pounded the Rangers 13-2. OSU's Pete Incaviglia homering for one of the 2 Ranger runs. Pete and OU's Bobby Witt, part of the Rangers' exciting kiddie corps that will get every chance to prove itself with the big club starting Tuesday night against the Toronto Blue Jays.
There's no scholarships on this team. It's the major leagues, and there's people who will be down here in Oklahoma City who want...
Respect. That's the word I'm looking for. They're a little weird, but they're great guys.
Thank you, Bob.
Sure.
Up next, we'll meet some people who take their teddy bears very seriously.
Family recipes. There's the score of that game today, the exhibition game at All Sports. Here's the opening day schedule in the American League. Boston at Detroit, the first game in either league. Cleveland at Baltimore, followed by Milwaukee at Chicago. And then the 2 National League games tomorrow. Philadelphia at Cincinnati and San Diego at Los Angeles. Should be great to see baseball, well, starting in the big leagues tomorrow. College action, Oklahoma State won big today, 17.
Of solving their problems, because it doesn't.
This has been a public service announcement of this station and the National Association of Broadcasters.
And Mike with us with a weather update real quickly.
We have no thunderstorms currently in the Channel 6 viewing area, but if we take a look at the thunderstorm watch, we can see that the thunderstorm watch remains in effect, including Tulsa, until 2 o'clock this morning, generally north of a line of Muskogee to Guthrie and west of a line from Muskogee to Parsons, Kansas. Again, no thunderstorms in Oklahoma right now. And then for tomorrow, another warm and muggy day.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Finally this evening, teddy bears have been a childhood companion for years. But now, many grown-ups have teddy bears, and they take their bears very seriously. Sharon Spangler shows us some of these people.
Sharon Spangler reporting.
These guys told me they didn't have teddy bears when they were... Well, now that you're adults, you can have them. See,
Good.
Everybody has them.
Maybe we can admit that we had them when we were kids after all.
Yeah, okay. That's our report for this evening. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next weekend. Good night.
Channel 6 News provided by Harold's.